Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of Around the Game, Sunday, 2 p.m. And tonight in the house, I'm with Mukisa Desire, uh, founder of Incredible Sports Hub, hockey player, national team hockey player, vice-chairperson, Kampala Hockey Club. There are so many. I'll let her introduce herself. You're so welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for having me deep in sports media
Yes.
around the game.
Okay.
I'm really privileged to be here and I'm really happy to be here. As you said, I'm Desire Mukisa, a national hockey player, but I also do umpiring in hockey
Okay.
and I'm a mini soccer coach. I love working with children, so I couldn't play so much soccer, so I decided to become a coach and I'm a sports manager basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
So
do.
why the love for sports out of all games? Like out of anything else, why the love for sports?
Actually, I started when I was really young. You all know, like you've people from big families usually play at home, and I was privileged enough to have so many brothers, and I grew up in a big family. There are so many other big families that would have inter-family competitions. Unfortunately, I was always in goal, being the girl and the last. I was among the last ones that time. So my brothers would be like, "You're the goalie, you're the best." So they would tell me like praises. They would be lying to me, of course. So it grew from there, and of course, primary I didn't play so much. The school I went to, it was more of netball, and I wasn't really a netball fan till I batted in school and I was able to go to Budo and
Bodo King's
King's
College.
College, and sport was everything. Like we had too many sports. I won't lie to you guys, I hustled. I played everything. I played cricket, I played hockey, I played basketball, I played soccer, I played rugby. Actually, we were like my year, we were like the year that tried almost every sport. Like when you needed a team for rugby to compete, you'd just come to my year. Take all of us would go. We had that solidarity. Actually, even my current club in hockey, most of them I studied with them in Budo, so we
Okay.
kept the bond. So that's how it started. It kept on growing. Of course, as you grow older, you prioritize, you start choosing. So I first chose three. That was hockey, football, and
Rugby.
no, basketball. But basketball, actually, to become like a bit my favorite, when I went to Mango,
Yeah.
that was
Mango SS.
yes, and that was no hockey, no football. So basketball is the sport, and my classmates and my friends, I know you know Drileba, and
Yeah.
he's been
I
here
mean,
before.
yeah.
So Drileba was like, "Come, we go." So all the time we used to play. Though for them, went for nationals in Smack. For them, they batted. For us, they beat us. But yeah, so basically, it kept on growing to a point that in my life I had to switch careers because I'm a trained therapist and yeah, now I'm a sports manager. I'm building on that.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges you faced while trying to become a sports leader?
Of course, the grounds are not fair. Men or boys have everything a little bit lined up for them. The facilities. They have all these good facilities. They have the coaches. They have everything labeled for them. But for us, of course, they would be like, these ones are just trying.
Yeah.
They're playing around. So but it was really challenging. That was one of my challenges in terms of facilities and technical skills. Like we would not have like coaches; they would be given to the boys. Then the other thing was, the culture. Our culture here, the stereotypes. People say women are not supposed to play; they're supposed to be mothers, wives, and stuff.
It's supposed to be cooking.
It's supposed to be cooking. So when people would see you like in so much into sport like Omana, and they say stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I thank my family. They have supported me. Of course, at first they were not happy because you know how you take your child to school and all the time they're out of school on the weekends somehow. If they're not out for volleyball, they're out for another sport. But they were patient with me. They
Okay.
believed in me, and yeah, I was able to perform and still, but that's another challenge. And another challenge is most of our sports people, maybe now that us who are coming up, we're educated, but the rest, they were not educated. So when someone would hear you, you're going to do sport, they're like, oh, you're so maybe they say they don't want to study, they don't want to do anything. But yeah, it's changing. And the other thing, sport is taken not seriously, it's taken as just fun. But I hope in the coming years, everyone everywhere is trying their best to, put it out. Sport can be a business, sport can be something, like you can get something out of sport.
Can
So
be a health factor.
a health factor and other benefits. So it's changing, and hopefully we'll get there. Most of our sport here is amateur, you just, but I know we'll get there.
Okay, so of course, female athletes, some of them who are trying to get into sports or who are already into sports are facing the challenges you went through. How would you advise them to
The-
overcome what you went through?
what I would tell them, just be focused and love what you do. It's about that, when you're focused and you love what you do, you don't give up, you keep going, and we are lucky now, we have circles where, like, women are supporting each other, men are all coming out to support the women in sport. So it's a better world now. It's better, but you just have to keep going. If you know this is your dream, this is what you want to do in life, go for it. You just don't need to look at those factors. You don't need to give up.
Okay, so you're also the founder of Incredible Sports Hub. When someone hears that, they're like, "Oh my God, this is some very big foundation." Tell us about Incredible Sports Hub.
Yeah, Incredible Sports Hub is my baby, and it's me and my best friend who sat down. When your family and friends know you're passionate about sport, you love what you're doing. So we started by training our nieces, nephews, and yeah, a few friends kept saying, let me also bring my child and you train them. So for me, at first, it wasn't really like a business idea. I'm like, it's just fun because I play sport. It's what I do. It's what I live for. Then around when I got an opportunity to travel to do my diploma in sports management in Germany, it was an eye opener. I'm like, actually, since already I have more than 20 kids and the others I'm refusing to come through because of the overwhelming numbers, because we're doing the coaching with my best friend. So I'm like, no, maybe this could be an opportunity I've not actually been looking at. I could capitalize on it. Yeah, so we sat down. When I was there, I did the structures, did some recruitment. Of course, I did a recruitment, had a few coaches come on board, and they started the work, but I was not around
Okay.
when it was starting. So I had challenges, when your friend brings a child because it's you, like, no, you're not there. So it was a bit challenging. But when I came back, it had gotten better. Unfortunately, COVID came handy. And so we started like that. And coming from hockey and sport, of course I needed to give back to sport. It supported me. It has been like my other pushing force, like in school, everywhere. I always get it easy because I am a sportswoman. I just say that and things kind of go easy for me. So the communities that are around Lugogo, Naguru, so most of the kids that play hockey and cricket were coming from Naguru. So I thought we could do a mentorship program because most of them, after Form 6, they drop out of school, become mothers and stuff like that. So I thought, why don't I start with my community? I come from hockey. It's not fair if my club only, we are educated, we're having education, and these girls we play against are still lacking. And so I thought of the mentorship program. Of course, it's not for only them. It's something we're supposed to do countrywide. And actually, we were in talks with the ministry about certain things we were supposed to do before COVID. We are doing some partnership with them to go in schools and encourage the girls to stay in school while they do sport. Then so after that, after looking at that factor, so I decided Yeah, we should have a mentorship program, and it should be totally free. We give back to these girls.
Is it only for girls?
The boy child is also catered for. Don't start, but mainly the mentorship program is for girls.
Okay.
Mm.
So, where are you located and what sports you like train? What games you train the kids?
Yeah, we are located in Makere main ground. Mainly right now, we are doing only three sports: basketball, hockey, and football. But of course, in the future, we hope to expand and do more sport because it's a multi sports center. We want to give these children like opportunities to choose for themselves, like the opportunity I had in school. The day-to-day academy is usually it's one sport, like it's
Yes.
football. If it's football, it's football. If it's cricket, it's cricket. If it's basketball, but first we have that approach where you choose for yourself.
Okay.
And of course, we do 4 years to 12 years, but we've been working on partnerships with clubs, and like for football, since there is that mini league, like each club that is playing in the Premier League is supposed to have that underside. So we're trying to have talks with KCCA or Vipers so they can absorb these kids if they're really serious about it and they want to take it to another level. As as we try, because we're having other partnerships out, as we try to push them and see that they become elite uh, athletes, because it's a challenge. We have so much talent, but people never get the opportunities to be put out there.
True.
Yeah.
So you said you guys work out at Makere main ground.
Yeah.
How easy was it to get that ground? Because I know government institutions is usually very hectic when getting access to the grounds. How supportive was Makere?
Actually, it's very hard, but like I told you, as a sportswoman, I've had it easy, a bit easy on my side. Me and my best friend, we played for Makere, like hockey.
Yeah.
So we have these connections in the
Did Penina
sports.
have a hand to do with it?
No, but those people are so supportive. I'll tell you, they're so supportive. It's the way you bring out your point on the table. People usually fear, no, this. Be straightforward. Go put out your point. Be ready, either to they will accept or refuse. Because me, that's the way I do my things. The kind of person, me, I'm too determined, and I'm always ready for any answer. But in most cases, when I go for something, I know I have to get it.
Okay.
So of course, it was not easy, but us being sports people, having these different connections we meet, like I told you, these days we have support systems, support as women in sport. People come up with those groups. There's a women commission at the Uganda Olympic Committee, so we get to meet these people and we become friends. And if you're starting up something, they're always there to support you.
Okay. So, what is the motive behind Incredible Sports? Business or just to nurture kids?
Yeah, it's two-way. Of course, business. The business bit of it is, of course, when these kids come for training, they pay a certain fee because we need to facilitate the coaches and the ground, because we don't have a home yet. Hopefully we'll have a home in the coming. I set the target, like in the next 5 years we should be having our home, and we are working on it badly. Yeah, they pay a certain fee. It's mostly for maintenance and stuff like that. And the other side of it, of course, the mentorship program is totally free. It's something we give back to the community. We go to communities and do sports clinics. Actually, we're adding on another program for children with disability, because we are about inclusion. They also need to get an opportunity to play sport because of the very, very many benefits of sport. And yeah, so it's two-way: the business part and the non-profit bit,
Okay.
which is
So,
the mentorship.
to the viewers watching, what are some of the importances of sports?
Yes, as you see, You see Vinny, you've seen other sportsmen who have been hosted here. They're really healthy. Yeah. So number one, it's healthy. It helps you stay, yeah, in good health. It helps you release stress. Guys, these days, especially now, people are traumatized. The work is not going well, but sport helps you release stress. And yeah, we form friendships for life. Like I've told you, we have those working groups. These friendships we make on pitch and off pitch, they support us. You get that network. Like I met Brenda, I am here. So it's we make those friendships we have for life. Me, I'll give you an interesting story. My best friend, I met her in senior one. She was in Gaza High, I was in King's College. But we had the hockey tournament, we met there. Different schools, different backgrounds. From that time, we've been friends. And yeah, you learn leadership skills, because in sports, you like for the captains or different people, you learn to lead others. You get that leadership role, and you're able to lead and come out. You boost your confidence. Before then, some of us used to be shy. We call you're hiding, but now we're outspoken. You come out, make points, people hear you, and thanks to sport.
Okay.
Yeah, so the confidence, the self-esteem, because women, we're usually closed in and a bit shy naturally, but thanks to sport, we are able to express ourselves, our feelings, our emotions, and there are very many things sport does.
Okay.
Teamwork, you learn
Yeah.
to work with others, and so many I can't
Yeah,
stop.
yeah, I understand. There are pretty many. So, recently, of course, you remember the lockdown, how tight it was. You talked about you guys had begun at Makere, the lockdown came and affected you guys. How much has the lockdown affected you, and what are you doing?
Actually, it was really tough. Me, I was traumatized. I just come back to the country. Now they locked down. I have this excitement. I've learned so many things. I want to do them. I want to be with the children because I'd been away like for 4 months. So I was very sad. I took some time off and I was just sulking. But of course, like I told you, you just don't give up. You have to think out of the box. How can we engage these kids? How can we engage their parents? And how can we engage other people? So for the kids, we do Zoom meetings with them. We send them exercises to do at home to keep fit, because we know, the lockdown mentally affected everyone. Sometimes we think it's only us adults, but remember, these children were going to school. They had their program, the way they were doing their things. Now they're just home, so we engage them on Zoom for now for the kids. But yeah, we came up with another program. um, Actually, it's during lockdown that we worked on our social media pages. We came up with a Facebook page and other things. So on Facebook, I decided to host people in sport, administrative roles, athletes, coaches, and it's been getting positive feedback, because they talk about topics about children and sports generally. So I've been able to host so many people. I was able to host the chairman NCS. I was able to host the chairperson for secondary school games, because as Incredibles, we want to have as many partnerships with people who are dealing with children in sports. So we have to engage them so that they know what we are doing, so that even people know what they're doing out there. Normally back then, people would be comfortable where they are, but COVID showed us we need to use the digital spaces. We need to make use of them. People need to know the things we took like for granted that people know, but they don't. So we've been discussing nutrition for sports, coaching children. We talked about safety when I was hosting the NCS chairperson. We talked about safety. We talked about sports marketing with, I think, Colin Semanda. Yeah, so we bring different topics to engage people, because as Incredibles, apart from working with children, we also need to, our other objective, we need to see that athletes get education, that they have a side career, because you can't play forever, which here in Uganda it's a bit different. But in Germany, the kids have a career. Like, of course, they will play lots of football, but they study. So either they'll take up coaching, sports marketing, officiating. So by the time they retire, you see someone becoming a coach. You've seen recently, is it Pillow?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something we are trying to work on, because unfortunately during COVID, so many ex-players were crying for food. People are coming up, let's go and help so and so. But during the prime, they're not really given this information that you need to have a career, you need to save, you need to start up something, because you can't play forever, you can't stay young forever, you can't be fit forever. So those are some of the things we are trying to do during the lockdown.
Okay, so dealing with with kids, that means you need a lot of parental involvement.
Mm.
So how supportive are the parents?
Actually, the parents are very supportive, but it didn't come easy. We had to educate them about their role, because parents thought, just drop the kid, let them play, let me have a morning off on Saturday and just chill. But we encourage them to stay around, we encourage them to support these children, that their role in supporting these children is really big, because there's certain things they learn from home, from the parent. So if the parent is not aware, the things that parents do and they do not know, that they're affecting the children. So we took them through lots of engagements. Actually, for the Zoom, of course, we use their phones and their laptops. So, but we always send them material, we always engage them, and with time, they've improved. Actually, some of them like are really now even actually so passionate. You delay to send the things they're asking you. Today, aren't you sending us exercises? You mean now they're not going to exercise? So it's really good when now that we are getting to that step. And we kept a small number, because for me, I believe in quality service. I do not want to overwhelm myself, because it will lose the meaning. Whether it's business, but service delivery is really important. It's better for me to have a few kids and parents that I can engage and get something out of them, than me having everyone on board. Because I told others, no, you have to wait, we shall have another intake. Because, like as I told you, we stop to 12 years. When they go to 13, we send them to clubs. So when there's a space, we admit. So, but for parents, it was not easy. Some of them thought they're just getting a morning off for Saturday to go and maybe to the salon, to go to that. I told them, no, it's not about that. You need to be there for these children, because we tried to have some mini competitions for them, because at the end of the day, you can't just trade. The kid will say, why am I just trading? They need to compete. But competition for kids is low key. It's not about winning there, it's
It's
about
about having fun.
having fun and getting the skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they're coming through actually. And these days I'm very happy, because they even remind me, send us exercises.
So yourself a hockey national team player. So why the love for hockey? And how comes you're on the national team?
Yeah, hockey is my sport. It's like my mother's sport, I should say, because
I
in this one I achieved so fast that I was like, this thing, it's my thing. Because in my S1, there was some tournament, some Dutch would open, and I happened to be like the youngest player. What? So it motivated me. By the way, these things, people take them as jokes, but sometimes they contribute to someone's sports life. Because me, it was just that. And the other thing, my friends, my closest circle is hockey. So each time I wanted to run away and go hustle soccer or basketball, I am brought back because these are people I hang with, the people who support me, these are my friends. And in my younger years, I was very good at it. I was small and I could run so fast. I could run that midfield, and everyone would know, yeah, this is it. But of course, as you grow older and do different things, you can't be as good as you were. But yeah, hockey was my primary sport, like the first sport I achieved in high school. So I was like, I will not stop playing hockey. I do not care. I have to keep playing. And it's been a good journey with hockey. However much it's amateur, we be there, we hustle, but it's been good, and I love it because my friends are there.
So tell us about some of the national team competitions you participated in with the hockey team.
Yeah, we've not done so many. It's now that they're trying to revive them and revive the national team. We were supposed to have Olympic qualifiers last year in August. Unfortunately, our teams were unable to travel.
Right, was it because of finance?
Of course, man. You know the challenges of sports in Uganda. The man is got lost. We trained in camp. I don't know how many kgs I even lost during that training because I have never, I have never had such intense training. I've always been this player who knows I know, and I don't like running. But for this course, I was running. I was doing everything the coaches, because we are not having like our normal coaches. So of course you have to work for that number. We didn't go, and yeah, we were very disappointed. But as an administrator, I have to understand what really happened. There was no money. People made promises, they didn't deliver. And the younger players, our team has very many young players, high school, like the younger ones are the most players. They were so disappointed. And me, I had my trip, I was traveling. So I was like, it's okay. Either way, I'm leaving. So, but it was pretty sad. It was very sad. But we've been able to take the and was it under 18? We had some tournament for them last year in February in Kenya, and yeah, we came out with the bronze. I was there, not as a player, but yeah, it's satisfying. Like for me, I said in sport, even though I do not play, but if I can contribute in any other way for the sport, I'm always happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you realize hockey is very big in Europe and America, other countries outside there. So it also says you're the vice chairperson of Kampala Hockey Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys trying to do in order to make hockey popular in Uganda? Because I believe it's not so popular.
Yeah, actually, we're having so many issues with hockey. And me, when we were younger, before I joined club hockey, me, I felt hockey had more hype then, because most of the teams had sponsors, the Sadolins were on board, like companies were sponsoring hockey. I really don't know what happened. We got the AstroTurf. I thought it would be a boost. I thought we'd be having more fans, but it didn't happen that way. The only fans we can have are you basketballers. When you have your games at arena, you're busy stretching on our stands. That is all we can count on. We the players are like the fans to other teams who are playing. But it's something we are working on. We had some partnership with Monitor. It was for a year, and I thought it would boost it, but it didn't really work as I expected. You can be having expectations about things, and because it was about print, like they would give us space and put hockey weekend every weekend. We even had some other guys come through, but it didn't work out. But me, basically, I think our challenge It's about PR. It's about PR. We've not really gone out there to push it as it should be pushed, and it's been mainly played central, like only in Kampala. That's where our leagues are happening. But during COVID, things are changing a bit, and I hope we stay on the same course. We've been doing we did some courses. There is a program that was arranged. It's called the DNSS, about structures spreading to the different parts of the country. And yeah, our chair lady has been like pushing. She has been out there, different TVs talking about it. And yeah, we've tried to train as many people as possible. And hopefully once COVID is gone, these people are expected to, the coaches especially, to go into these different parts of the country and start training. But me, the challenge is PR. We need to work on a PR and put it out there. It does not really matter. It does not really matter how people perceive it, but you need to push it. If you're not pushing your own thing, people will not get the interest. Actually, now when they stopped the basketball league, me, I was thinking, when we resume, because first we might resume and have some few games, it will not be the league. Uganda Hockey is bringing some packages like Uganda Cup, just to keep us fit, because we have some qualifiers in January for Africa Cup, and we need the players to keep playing and to be active. But I don't think actually, as I was thinking, me, I don't think I'm going to be a player like in the coming months, because now my focus is on so many things. Because it's such a challenge now. You find I play, but I umpire in the same league I play. So sometimes people be having conflict of interest. Some people think you're not being fair to them because yeah, you played them last weekend and they won you. So it's been like crazy, crazy, crazy. But PR is a main issue, because me, when I looked at that Daily Monitor thing, me, I saw it as an opportunity of us getting sponsors, because you know what it means having a page in Daily Monitor every weekend. Eh? Publicity. Because me, I was thinking these guys are supposed to, we're supposed to get these sponsors. We have to convince them that we have media, you're covered. Eh? But since now I've gained more knowledge in marketing and stuff, I am really, really, really willing to help my sports grow and spread out. Of course, usually people say we don't have money, but we can't keep crying and saying the same song. We need to push.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for the love of basketball, you've also worked with Angels basketball team. How was that experience?
I love angels. I love angels. Unfortunately, I was pulled back to my hockey. But those days, I didn't even run away from hockey. Those days, I was always with angels. Like I never like missed their games, and I'm a City Oiler fan. I know you've not asked me, but I will say it. And yeah, I'm a City Oiler fan, but partly I think it's because of Tony. Like I'm worried with Tony. Why he will be that? Because we I've seen him hustle. I've seen him play. I know how much of good a player he is, and yeah, so I became a City Oiler fan as well. And Angels, of course, he's the Angels coach.
Yeah.
So in one way or the other, I had to drift to Angels and fall in love with Angels. Though, but I'll be back, Angels. I promise. I'm looking down because I kind of disappeared from them. But it's a very great club. When I was doing my um, sports management thing at UOC, I was with Angels as my place for internship. So they gave me the platform to do some administrative work with them, and it was a great experience. though I could not. I can't play anymore. I was so
Okay.
rusty.
Yeah. But you'll be back.
With Angels, a basketball, I'm always there. You ask, I can be there. Oh, actually, Banange, let me even say this. Thank you so much, Banange, when German streaming the games on deep and media. Banange, thank you so much. We watched those games, they were fire, Banange. Finals, at a 12, we would be on the laptop. Actually, I was with Patricia, you know her, I would be there watching. Like, I would never miss. Actually, that's when I was like, and these guys are doing some great work.
Good work.
You know, that's when you appreciate, actually, when you are away, you get to appreciate things. Because, of course, me, I used to see you guys in Lugogo, but I'm there. So, of course, I'm like, where should I go and see these things online? But when you are away, we would even be asking for the link. Where is the link? We tell Patricia, ask for the link. Eh, but yeah, so I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Like that one, actually, I feel I'm so lucky today I'm with you guys. So I have to tell you, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Never mind, those games are tension. You know, you're watching on the laptop and you're like,
Scared.
you're
Then,
scared.
it also says you're a mini soccer coach.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
I played soccer. I played soccer in high school, and I tried playing the elite league here, but I didn't like it much. I didn't like it much because of my reasons. And I once said this on radio. You know, like even earlier today when we were talking, I told you the perception, you know, as a sports girl and all that. And unfortunately, even all my teammates were behaving was not quite cool. But I loved soccer, I loved football, and so I thought, how can I give back to football? How can I stay engaged in football? And it was coaching. I actually first volunteered with Seninde Foundation. June is a soccer player. She plays pro in UK, and she's my friend. So of course, I still volunteering with her. I help her out with different things. Then I got more interested in working with children and coaching them. So I did a coaching course, and I took on coaching. And I was supposed to do my calf over what? Over what? Now COVID came in handy. I don't know why. I know if I will see this, but we need to do our coaching courses. We can do them on Zoom because I've been able to do. I did my FHI coaching, that is hockey, the international coaching level one course on Zoom. So I think it's really possible. So for soccer, I couldn't play, but I actually still play in a corporate league, but competing in like as a profession, no. I decided to go in coaching, and yeah, I love working with children, so I had to be a mini soccer coach.
So, is the government doing enough to support the girl child when it comes to sports?
No, actually, no. There are so many opportunities. Of course, we thank government for that 1.5 and those 4 points for being a sports person, but not everyone gets them. Not everyone gets them. They are very actually there are like 40 slots for sports. But how many sports people out there? You know, we have nationals, we have East Africa games, we have people playing for playing soccer, playing what, so many sports. So they're not enough. And in terms of infrastructure, you know, it's really sad. It's really sad. There are no infrastructures. You'll have the talent, but there are no structures. Like they have nowhere to train. You know, it's just that we are lucky here in Africa. Talent really, whether
It's
you're,
natural.
it's just natural, but infrastructure, no. And funding, you know, because I'll tell you, this is the second time the national team, like for hockey, was being disappointed. There's a time we had the under 16, under 17. They were supposed to go to Algiers. These kids even went into camp. and they said they were going. But I don't know how things happen here. Last minute,
Finances.
nothing. So finances in sports, they're really, 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 really limited. They're not funding these sports programs. Of course, they say we have PE, but PE of removing the shirt and jumping apart together, it's really
That makes sense.
it doesn't make sense. Actually, that's why I told you I was working out something with the ministry to see, like, because the new curriculum school was supposed to end at 3.
Mm.
Yeah, so that we can engage them from 3 maybe up to 5 with
Yeah,
sport,
mm.
with real sport, not apart together. So the government still has a lot to do, and the new minister, he looks supportive. He's out there. He listens. He looks he's ready to work, and I hope he really, really, really fulfills what he wants to do, and I hope he gets the support from cabinet, the funding, and yeah, and we see how we'll move on. But yeah, I was very, very sad when the president said the sport is just fun, and I'm like, this is not fun. This is our lives. Some of us, it's what people earn a living from. But it was really sad.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, you traveled to Germany. What did you go to do in Germany, and how has it helped you?
Yeah, I went to do a sports management course for 4 months, and yeah, it has really helped me. I have learned so many things. Actually, I came back when everyone wants to consult. No, but it's an eye opener. You know that there is a lot you can do with sport apart from just playing and us just making noise. That no, there is no funding, there is no this. There is a lot you can do, and actually, hopefully, there's a lot of amazing work you'll be seeing out there that I'm part of, and yeah, there is a lot I learned. I can't share it in just a snap, but it was a great experience because it was hands-on. Wow. When I gave it my team one, Atletico Madrid, RB Leipzig one. No, so we were hands-on. We go to RB Leipzig. You meet their marketing person. They take you through these things, like how they do things there. Apart from these things, when you're in class, and you just learn, yes, sports marketing, it's this. And they show you the different materials, they show you how they deal with sponsors. So it was a great experience. I learned so much, and yeah, as you can see already, Incredibles is out there, and it's some great work we are doing, and we hope to stay doing amazing things.
Okay, so you of course know we're living in the time of the coronavirus. It has affected us in so many ways. I can't begin talking about it, but people do not believe. I don't know if you believe what I'm telling you. People don't think there's corona. People think it's a government scam worldwide, not only in Uganda. So I want you to look into the camera and advise people how to stay safe.
Yeah, people, you've heard the Ministry of Health telling you, the World Health Organization telling us we need to social distance. As you can see, Vidi is like how many miles apart. Yeah, just social distance. Sanitize. Those of you who can afford sanitizer. Wash your hands with soap. And yeah, wear your masks. Government has given you masks. You people do not lie, especially actually come back to gezi but we got masks. Where are them? Stop saying, oh, I can't breathe and wear your masks. And of course, it's not easy. Yeah, but I'm glad we are partially opened. You're able to do business, but stay safe, social distance, sanitize, and yeah, try to stay healthy, doing sports, and be happy. Just be happy. We have nothing to do. Eh, that's all I can say to people out there.
Okay, so for the girls who would love to play any sports,
Hmm.
and even the kids who would love to participate in sports, because just like the way you explained earlier, sports has a lot of importances. What would you advise them to do? If you can look into the camera once again.
Yeah, for the girls out out there. Sport is very, very important. It's very important. If you have an opportunity to play, please use it. And things are getting better. We're having strong support systems. If you get this opportunity to play, please play sport, because sport boosts your self-esteem. You get good friends. We have friends. Brenda is my friend. So you get good friends. Like, it's not all about playing only. Because me, I always tell people, you get it wrong, that it's not about the on pitch activities and what, but we learn so much. Like, we become leaders in our communities. You've seen people, you saw smart Simdeo. You've seen people who are going now out to lead us in the country and be leaders. So you learn so much from sports. You get a strong network, a strong family, and yeah, I think use that opportunity to play. Those who don't have the opportunity, because it's two-way in this world. There are people who are privileged, who come from the good families where they can buy for them those soccer balls, who have big compounds to play. But those who are less privileged, just keep the hope. If you have your dream, just keep the hope. Your time will come, and do not give up. Do not give up. Like, people can tell you things to let you down. Don't give up. Just keep pushing, keep playing. You might not become an Olympian, but you contribute to sport in any way possible. So don't give up.
Okay, that has been Desire Mukisa, a very talented woman. Let's support the girl child, like the way
Yeah,
she said.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being on with us here today.
You're
We
welcome.
shall,
Please have me again. Until next time when you have me.
okay?
Kati, I want also, you should also let Brenda interview me.
No
We have
problem.
to, but actually, no, actually, let me say this. Thank you for empowering women. To me, I always thank people who empower women. Of course, if I had not found a woman here, I would tell you and tell you, never give this to the
The
other
other sex,
sex.
yeah.
Yeah, but thank you for empowering women. Thank you for giving them an opportunity.
Okay.
It's really important for men to support us.
Yeah.
We should not only be in your houses taking care of you and cooking food, but we should be out there doing these amazing things, because we are talented.
Yeah.
And I know it's amazing working with her, because women, we have special talents. We have that card detail.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but thank you for empowering
You're
women.
welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, that has been Around the Game Sunday edition. I'll see you again next week on Wednesday. Have a good night.